Happy Sunday. I'm sitting here with BEP by JoyLynn Wong, and I'm trying to think of a boy name. I do have a couple of names in my head, but I don't know. It's not sticking yet. I also have a girl name because when I initially started working on BEP, I saw a girl. But now I'm definitely seeing a boy. I don't know if that's going to change once I add eyebrows, eyelashes, and the hair. I'm also still refining some of the areas of the skin tone as well, but this baby is still a work in progress. And so far, I'm proud of the outcome for BEP. I really loved the details sculpted into the kit. I just thought it was phenomenal. I also did try for the first time the powdered nails by Emily Elliott from Eborns. And so this was like the final results after putting some more time into the nails. This hand, you can see the little tiny nails. It will improve. It has to improve. Like I can't go worse. This was my first time using the product, so I'm definitely will be buying the powdered nails to do my nails. That is for sure. I just need to practice and improve that the process and using the tools and putting the moons, the nail beds, and the tips on. Like I said before, I think the tipping the nails is where I need to improve, but I'll get there. I do see a little bit of tips here, but we'll get there. Not so worried about that. I did just varnish the top of the baby's where I'm going to put the eyebrows. Additional varnishing usually helps with Prisma pencils. So when you want to put the Prisma pencil on the babies, y'all, I just got a name in my head and I think it's going to work. Y'all, I be trying not to name my dolls after people's kids in my circle, but I think this name is sticking that I have in my head, and I think it's going to be the one. I think it just really hit that that's who this baby is. But anyway, I'm going to keep going. But anyway, here are the Prisma pencils that I use to put on my eyebrows so far. Sometimes I use other colors if I want to make some scratches or something like that. But today I'm going to work on the eyebrows. If you can see, this kit has some added details to the brow line that a lot of my other kits did not have. So this is going to be a little tricky because, you know, the face it's the only face that the baby got. So if you mess up the brows, or if you mess up putting something on that face, ooh, child, it's not really anything that you could do to change that, especially when you're dealing with vinyl and you're dealing with varnish. Because I mean, it's easy to add to your vinyl kit when you're doing air dry paint, but a lot of times for air dry painting, the only way to remove something is just about to strip it, and I'm probably wrong as a beginner. I'm sure I'm probably 1,000% that that's not exactly true, but I'm just going to say as a beginner, most of the time the accidents and incidents that I make, short of being able to use the color wheel to color correct, if I do anything else wrong to it, is strip the kit and start over. And I'm telling y'all, once you get to this point, and I have gotten all the way to this point and had to strip a kit, and it is devastating. But I am going to do my best, take my time. I'm going to look at some photographs of eyebrows, and I'm going to put, at some point today, I'm going to put the eyebrows on. I am, even though it looks dry, because I've, pounced on and pounced off with the cosmetic wedges and used my kabuki brush or my makeup brush to dry the baby. I'm still going to give it some time to dry completely and just settle into the kit before I do the eyebrows. So, yeah. So in a couple weeks, maybe a week to a couple weeks, I'm going to look at the hair that I have and see if it's the hair that I want to go with. If not, I'm going to have to order hair. And that might mean pushing this into next month to give the baby hair. But I'm going to see how much hair I have left and see what type of hair I want to use. And that's that. But I did just get a name in my head, and I think this name is sticking for this baby. I have a name in my head, and I think it's sticking because that first name that I had this morning, it was the only name that I could get that would really fit his looks if I go with it being a boy. But this other name that popped in my head, I think it's fitting. I think it's actually fitting, and I think I like it. But anyway, I'm going to get off of here. Thank you guys for supporting my channel. Thank you for the encouraging words. Like, some of you guys are so encouraging. I really appreciate that. And that's it. So have a great work week. I know we're going back into the school year. I pray that everyone has a great, happy, and productive school year. Congratulations if this is your senior year, or if this is a year where you move on to like the next level. So that's that. All right, bye-bye.